Hi guys, today is May 6, 2012. I'm 25 weeks and 2 days. This is not an update, this is kind of just a topic discussion. When I got pregnant, I assumed that I was going to do everything like I did with my son. I was thrown for a loop when the pregnancy has gone way different than my pregnancy with him. My pregnancy with him was easy. It was, well, for the most part easy. No major complications or issues. And I was going through a divorce at the time. And for the sake of my husband at the time, who was in the Army, he was being deployed to Germany. And so I chose to go ahead and be induced a few days before my due date so that my ex, could have more time with my son and see him being born. I think that was easy for me to do then because I didn't do any research. I felt comfortable with my hospital as I have had a lot of experiences there and thought that it was a good idea. My birth went fine. I didn't have any complications. I was able to have him vaginally, and I had an epidural, and I made that choice, and luckily nothing went wrong. He's healthy. He did have the cord wrapped around his neck, but other than that, everything was great. Now I've had a little bit of a change of heart through most of this pregnancy. Up to about a week or two ago, I assumed I was going to deliver in the hospital with my OBs that I know, and that's what I was comfortable with, the cafeteria that I'm comfortable with, the setup that I'm comfortable with. The epidural, I'm super ecstatic for. But something changed in me when I learned some information. I did a little more research and found that there are other options for birthing your child, and realized how much more it could have been. After I had Evan, I kind of felt I was happy, but it was a numb happy. I felt like something was a little bit missing for me emotionally, and several months later I did end up getting hit very hard with depression that lasted quite a while, and I'm just now recovering with my son from that. And I've been stable for a couple years, but now I feel that this time I'm not doing it for my ex-husband, I'm doing it for me, for my baby, and I wanted it to be different. And going into Prince Daniel, I did not want another induction. I wanted to be able to feel what it was like to go into labor naturally, and then eventually get my epidural in my last minute or so. But recently I've been learning and soaking in all the information about home birthing. A lot of the girls on here have had home births. Some of them had very successful home births. Some have had water births in the home. And when I first became pregnant with my son, I wanted a water birth, and then I realized, oh yeah, it's painful. And I kind of cowered away, and I think I took the easy way out with my son. And this time I think I'm kind of having a change of heart. I think I may want to have a home water birth. I want to experience that darkness and that light and that explosion of hormones that they talk about with the oxytocin, and being able to bond with baby and not just be in shock and numb. I know that my birth experience can be a lot more, and I know that a lot of women have had, that where they chose to go naturally the second time around or third and experienced life-altering emotions and feelings, and I think I want to do that. However, being more than halfway through my pregnancy and no longer working, it's going to be a challenge to see if I can make it happen. I am healthy. My baby is healthy, except for my fainting. I tried searching for a midwife, and I could only find them like an hour or so away, and a lot of them won't go that far because, you know, short-term illness and everything, and their fees are humongous. For me right now. If I had planned for it, it would be perfect and great, and I just go with whoever I felt most comfortable with. But being on a budget and not having a lot of options is kind of putting a damper on my options to birth my little girl, which is sad. And I found one person that I'm going to meet tomorrow who lives in my town and is a midwife and is sweet and kind, and I've been emailing back and forth with her to set up a time to meet, and we're going to try to meet tomorrow afternoon. My fingers are crossed, and I'm hopeful that she'll be able to work with me in my circumstances, and we'll see if she can do that. And if she can, I understand that, you know, midwives are doing a great thing for you and being there for you, and you can't put a price on that, but for me, I kind of have to. I have to do that. So now I feel like I'm cheating on my OB, and they've been so good to me. But it hasn't been personal, you know. It hasn't been spiritual and the journey that I know I am capable of handling. And there's got to be more to the birthing than just, you know, okay, you go to the hospital, you do what they say, you get their medicines, they sew you up and kick you out. You know, I want to be home. And it took me a while to get my new place set up and comfortable, and now it feels very comfortable, and I'd much rather be here than the hospital, especially after all these fainting things and my experiences kind of dwindling to not so great. So what I'm asking of you, fellow mommies or pregnant women, people with experience, if you know people with home birth, that have had home births here on YouTube, or you are one and you can help me figure out if this is really what I want. If you have any advice, things I need, want to do, need to try, need to read, please, please, please let me know. I would really appreciate it. I'm just soaking all the information in and, you know, obsessing over my little girl and bringing her into this world in a beautiful manner and not a scary manner, in a more comfortable and loving atmosphere. And I want to experience all of it. And who knows if I'll have another child. And, you know, this is, I feel like it's my last opportunity. Every opportunity you gotta take is the last. You never know what happens tomorrow. So if you can help me, if you can point me in the right direction, you can send me a private message or comment below. I'd love to get the discussion going. Home birthing, what do you feel about it? I know it scares a lot of people, but I want to hear your opinions. I want to discuss this. It needs to be talked about. So, alright, I'll let you go. Just leave the comments below, please, please, please. Share my video if you know someone that is thinking about the same thing. You know, pass me around. Let me get to people. I need your love and support. And thank you so much.